It's been a wonderful weekend with a lot of fun and excitement in the world of football, most especially in Europe. It's match day two in leagues like EPL, Spanish La Liga, and the French League One. While in Bundesliga and Italian Serie A, they had their opening matches. This weekend wrap up is going to be different from the previous ones in the sense that we are not going to be talking about these leagues separately. We are going to be bringing them together and talk about the 7 talking points in this weekend in the world of football. Stay with me as I come back after this break. Welcome back, guys. Like I said, we are going to talk about the 7 talking points in the world of football this weekend. Talking point number 1. Taiwo Awoniyi scores yet again in another EPL match. Taiwo Awoniyi has scored 2 goals in as many matches in the EPL this season. And many of you will agree with me that he has started where he left off. Last season, he was bought by Nottingham Forest for £18 million, one of the highest or record signings of the club. And since then, maybe he had a slow start. After a while, the guy got 10 goals last season, which is really exceptional for a Nigerian right now in the EPL. And this season, he has started again, scored the only goal against Arsenal in the first match, which they lost 2-1. And now he has helped them get their first win of the season, scoring a goal in the 3rd minute. And Nottingham Forest has shown us that they are going to be a tough nut to crack, the same way they were last season, as many of these top giants in the EPL lost points against them last season. So, in terms of Awoniyi, we believe you can be the next Ayegbeni in English Premiership. Point number 2, the talking point number 2, we are going to the Amex Stadium. We are talking about Brighton. Brighton is showing no signs of relenting, no sign of slowing down. We keep wondering how this club sells their players and yet continues to perform at a very high level. You know, I'm sure you agree with me. Look at the last couple of years. They sold a lot of players. We are talking about Ben White, Dan Burns, Mopey. They sold Trossard to Arsenal last season, Cucurella, Sanchez to Chelsea, Caicedo, and also McAllister. Losing this number of very, very important players to the team, you think the team is going to reduce in the way they perform. But look at the last 2 games. 4-1 in the first match against Luton, and also another 4-1, whitewashing 2 teams in the first 2 matches. And I believe it's just going to continue that way. I don't know if you feel the same way about it. If you feel the same way, put it in the comment section. And if you feel they are going to really drop in terms of performance, let us also know in the comment section. But left to me, personally, I believe they are the best in the market right now because they're actually following in the footsteps of clubs like Borussia Dortmund in Germany and also Lille in France, with the way they sign players, their scouting system, and also how they sell these players to make a huge profit. And that is just what you want to see in the world of football. It's not just about splashing money on players. It's about buying the right players, building them the right way, and if possible, sell them at a profit if you know you are not one of the top teams. Talking point number 3, our boy Victor Osimhen, Super Eagles striker, started where he left off last season. He was the highest goal scorer last season with 26 goals in 32 matches, and he has started again with a brace, helping Napoli win their game yesterday. Napoli have got off to a good start, and Osimhen has been in the forefront of things. The transfer market has been a roller coaster for the young man because so many clubs are trying to get him. But Napoli is very, very reluctant to sell. If Napoli is going to sell, they are not going to sell for anything less than 100 million. I think Osimhen is worth it. Or what do you think? But then, I believe if this young man continues with this form, because he has been consistent with his form. The first season in Napoli, he scored 10 goals. The second season, he scored 17 goals, I guess, in 27 matches. This is the third season. In the third season, the young man scored 26 in 32. And the young man has started again this season with 2 in the first game. And if Napoli is going to continue with the same level of performance they had last season, I see Osimhen's stock going up to as much as 150 because football is going crazy actually right now. See the signing of Moses Caicedo, see the signing of Enzo Fernandez, signing of even the old Harry Kane was signed for 100 million euros. And talking about 100 million euros, we are going to our talking point number 4. Harry Kane. Harry Kane scored in his first match for Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. Not only did he score, he also added an assist. As a matter of fact, the assist came first as early as I think 3 minutes into the game, and he also scored a goal for himself. What a way to start your life in Germany. We all know him to be a goal-scoring machine. We all know that regardless of the league he finds himself, he's going to continue scoring. It's just a shame that he's not scoring in the English Premiership and trying to beat Alan Shearer's record. Well, at least we see him in other leagues, and we are going to see more of him, and we know that he will continue banging in those goals. Kudos to you, Harry Kane. Talking point number 5. We are talking about our another England player, Jude Bellingham. Real Madrid defeated Almeria 3-1, and Jude Bellingham was the main player in that match, scoring 2 goals. The same way he scored a goal in the first match. And I don't know, England players have just been superb in this season, as this season has beginning to unfold. And we believe Jude Bellingham is also going to go on and achieve a lot of things in Real Madrid. Right now, he has scored 3 goals in 2 matches, which is very good. And yesterday, he was deployed in the number 10 role, which made it very, very difficult for Almeria to handle him. Young boy at the age of 19, doing very, very wonderful things. I believe he's going to get the Bravo Award very soon. And if he continues at this pace and he goes up in this same upward trend, I see him also competing with the likes of Erling Haaland and also competing with the likes of Mbappe. So what do you think? Real Madrid, Jude Bellingham. Do you think Jude Bellingham is going to be the key to Real Madrid's success this season as they are moving on and trying to play without their main striker that was sent to Saudi Arabia, Benzema? This is life after Benzema, and you can see the way Real Madrid wants to play. With in front, Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr., with Jude Bellingham just behind them, trying to string a couple of passes and provide with assists, once in a while score the goals. Do you think this era is going to usher in a new style of football that will give them trophies? Let us know in the comment section. Talking point number 6. We are going straight to the French Ligue 1. PSG. Wow, what is happening in PSG? We don't seem to understand. 2 matches, 2 draws. They even drew with Toulouse. What has become of PSG? Players wanting to leave. Some have left already. Messi left the club for Inter Miami. Neymar left the club for Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia. Mbappe is not ready to go anywhere. He wants to see out his contract, which ends next season. But then PSG is so desperate to sell this young man because that is the only way they can make money from him. If they don't succeed in selling him this season, the young man is going for a free next season. And you could see that in yesterday's game. Yesterday's game, in the front 3 different names. We had Lee Kang, we had Gonzalo Ramos, and we also had Vitinho as the front 3, which was different from the normal traditional front 3 we knew. You know, it's strange to see the likes of Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe out of the first 11. And if you even look at the middle of the field, the only recognizable player you could see there was Ugarte. And Ugarte was just even signed this season. So you can see from the midfield to the front 3, it has changed drastically. And I'm wondering, is it that the Qatari investment is beginning to crumble? Because I'm sure the Qatar sports investment had a huge master plan. And the main plan was to win the Champions League. And I think players are beginning to see that this is becoming the Herculean task. And they are beginning to leave one by one because they don't see much of competition in the French league. But then, let's see, will PSG bounce back and get back to winning ways? Will they do well in the Champions League this season? Because they've only gotten to the final of the Champions League once. And their plan is to win the Champions League. Can they win the Champions League with the likes of Vitinho? Can they win with the likes of Lee Kang? Can they win with the likes of Ramos, Ugarte? It remains to be seen. Well, let's move down to point number 7. Talking point number 7. Spain are champions of the world. The FIFA Women's World Cup 2023 just concluded this morning, and we are proud to announce to you that Spain defeated England 1-0. It was a pulsating match. It was an interesting match. But I'm sure for every football lovers that watched that match, you will agree with me that Spain deserved to win that match. I'm a fan of England. I love England, whether it is the underage football, whether it is the men, the women. But today, I think Spain were the better team. And many of us knew Spain to be underachievers before they won their first World Cup. They were underachievers before they won the first European Cup, which was in 2008, and they backed it up with the 2010 World Cup. Now the females have followed suit, and they've also won a World Cup of theirs. England have not won any major trophy since 1966, except for the last Women Euros. And they thought football was coming home, but too bad they did not come home. The same way they did not come home when they lost against Italy in the finals of the Euro. This is the same way they've also lost in the final of the Female World Cup. But at least it is a step forward from last World Cup and the previous World Cup. The last World Cup, they came third. This World Cup, they came second. Let's see, maybe the next World Cup is going to be for them. So there you have it for my 7 talking points in football this weekend. This weekend, you agree with me, has been a lot of fun. And it is going to continue today. AC Milan is having their match tomorrow. And I'm sure one of us is going to be eager to see that match. Chelsea is having their match later today. And let's see what becomes of them. Thank you very much. This is Radic saying Sport Maestros TV signing out.